we represent. Hey, hey, G-E-R-I-N. What else? What else? A-F-R-I-C. Come on, come on, come on. A-F-R-I-C. Just let's go. So let's dance now. It is my turn. Just wanna do. I am ready for your action. Just wanna do. You should cut off all distraction. It's all on you now.
Welcome to the discussion of Robbery Minds today. I'm still your host. I'm standing in for Ebuka, and the discussion continues. With me today, I have a fantastic on-air radio personality who has affected me in one way or another. Her name is Wana Udobang. You're welcome to the show.
Hello, Charles. How are you?
Very well. Okay, can you just introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, this is such a hard question. My name is Wana.
Right.
I am a radio personality, a writer, and I'm a poet as well.
A poet?
Yes.
Right. So, what radio station is this?
92.3 Inspiration FM.
92.3?
Yes.
Okay, if you were not in radio, what would you be doing?
Everybody asks me that question, and it's so difficult because I actually studied radio at university. So my background is in journalism, and I majored in radio broadcast and production.
Right.
Then I did a minor in writing and print. So I don't know. I don't know that I'll be doing. I don't know what else I would be doing. Well, I like interior design. I think that's the only thing I can think of.
Interior design?
Yeah.
How about modeling?
No. I think I make a terrible model.
Why do you think so?
I'd have 2 left feet. So yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
it won't work.
So models who have 2 left feet don't have a future?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. All right. So, what session of the radio program do you handle on Inspiration?
I run the drive time. I host the drive time, which is from 4:30 till 8 p.m. And within that has different shows as well. So we have a traffic show, we have a birthday show, and we have Sharing Life Issues, which is a listener participatory program. So, and we deal with sort of different kinds of life issues from, personal relationships to finance to business to social issues as well.
Sharing life issues?
Yes.
Okay, there used to be someone on the show who
Yes.
was anchoring the show.
Yes.
So he's left the show now?
Yes, he's left.
Okay, so you're the person
Yes.
and the lady in charge.
If you say so, yes, I am.
Offering counsels to millions of Nigerians out there who call on this radio show.
Offering counseling. I think it's really a platform for, for dialogue. I think that's the most important thing. Having those conversations that we never used to have, those subjects that we throw, under the carpets, just bringing it out, and in the process learning as well. So
Learning.
I think, advising is just a small part of it, but it's really about learning and opening a space for dialogue, most importantly. I think that's one of the major functions of that program.
I have a live issue. Can I ask you?
How are you doing this now?
Seriously?
I really think
That's what you do for a living. Can I ask you? Okay, one live issue that is on the mind of millions of Nigerians.
Yeah.
Yesterday's event, the Nigerian Immigration Service
Yeah.
job interview. That's a live issue.
Yeah, it is a very sad situation because it affects a lot of people. And I can imagine how many people traveled to go to those centers to write those tests. The thing is, I don't even want to talk too much about it because I feel like I'm still watching the media space to find out more, hear from the authorities, find out if somebody is going to be called, to book as well. So it's just a very, very sad situation to hear that kind of thing. People dying in the process because of a stampede, writing exams. I'm still, I heard that there were aptitude tests, which of course could have been done online. So we're still waiting to hear more.
So you think someone should be held responsible?
Oh, somebody has to be called to, called to account. Somebody has to be.
Okay. Because I understand 7 people have died in Abuja.
Yeah.
So we should play the blame game now and say
I
you.
don't know that. It's not about the blame game. I mean, before you move forward, somebody has to be held responsible for anything. Who's in charge? Who are the people and then we now go into how to fix situations, organizing this sort of things. Even the money that's being collected as well.
There's
a lot of questions to be asked. So people have to be asked those questions. People have to answer those questions. People have to be responsible.
Okay, so what do you think they should have done differently?
I mean, there's just as I said, there's so much. I'm waiting to hear more and hear from those who are responsible to hear what they have to say as well. But I just don't know about in 2014, mass exams in stadiums in that kind of way. There has to be other ways around it. I'm not going to say too much about it. I think I would like to observe and hear more first.
We've contacted the Minister for Interior
Yeah.
and the Director General of the Nigerian Immigration Service. They're going to be here with us live on Rubbing Minds next week, so you don't want to miss next week's show. They're going to be here to discuss what really went wrong. And we'll let Nigerians be the judge.
Yeah.
Let them know who is responsible for the death of people who, when they woke up in the morning, they're like, I'm going to write exam. And then, it's sad, it's sad, it's sad. It's a life issue, isn't it?
It's not just, it's a national problem. It's an issue that, goes into every other, it transcends into other things that we do as well. How we organize things, talking about, evolutionary processes. And again, as I said, people being, called to book. Who is responsible for all of these things?
So how long have you been handling this radio segment, Live Issues?
It's so difficult. Wow. Because my colleague who originally handled it, he was away for a while, so I did it for 8 months at some point. But so far it's been about a year.
So you overthrew your colleague when you went away?
No, I did not overthrow my colleague. He decided to move on, so
right.
I just...
Okay, so I know your show. People calling to tell you, Wana, I'm going through this. Wana, I have this issue.
Yeah.
Wana, and then you try to you throw it open.
Yeah.
Hear from different people. Have people come in to help people. Offer solutions. So, has anyone ever called you to say, Wana, you did this, and because of this your show, my life has changed? Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest compliment you can ever get, really, doing the show. I mean, all the difficulties that you go through doing it. The biggest compliment is when somebody says, their lives have been impacted by either what they've listened to or what you've said. And that's priceless. You can't buy that.
Okay, do you want to give us an instance?
I mean, there's so many.
Just people,
one. People saying, because I listened to your show, maybe I was sexually abused, I was raped, and I went to get help. I told my family about it. I was able to talk to somebody about it. Because of your show, my husband, my marriage is back together. Because of your show, I speak to my parents now. Because of your show, I was able to get my life together and get a job. I started my own business. I had the courage to do something I'd never done before. I mean, it's with every single thing that you do. And when you hear those kinds of things, I mean, you kind of know that, okay, I'm on the right track.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Wana, the lady that helps to amend broken homes.
Oh my goodness!
And help people rediscover themselves.
That's a lot. That's
what you do.
I'm just doing my job.
All right.
That's a lot, but I'm just doing my job.
Okay, let's travel down memory lane. How did you get into radio?
How did I get into radio? I went to, as I said, I studied journalism at university, and I majored in radio. Funny enough, that wasn't intentional though. I wanted to write for print, and one of my tutors said to me that, he thinks a lot of the things I was writing would make for better radio programs, so I should attend the radio class. And I did that, and as I said, the rest is history.
Where was the radio class?
This was when I lived in England, so...
Okay, so you started back in England. It was not here in Nigeria.
Yeah, no.
So before the radio station where you worked, did you work someplace else?
Yes, when I was in England, I worked freelance for different stations, so some local stations, internet radio stations. I did some stuff for production companies, the World Service. So yeah, I was more of a features producer, so I wasn't in front of the microphone, but I was doing radio behind the scenes.
Okay, do you host events?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you hosted anyone recently?
I did one yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it?
It was a literary evening. I love the arts and I love literature as well. So it was a literary evening called The Letters and the Lady. So that was yesterday at the Wee Baker, which was a lot of fun. All
right. Okay, you made mention about your writing.
Yes.
Do you have anything out there?
Yes, I write for, I write journalism. I blog. I also write short fiction, and then I write poetry as well. I write and perform poetry.
You write poetry?
Yeah.
Okay, you haven't written any book yet?
No, I haven't written any books, but a lot of my work is online.
Online?
And in journals and anthologies, yeah.
You haven't written any novel?
No, I haven't written any novel.
Okay, you said you write.
Yes.
No. This your writing, does it affect lives like your radio program?
I hope so. I have gotten emails from things I've written as well. So in some way, I do hope that, again, I hope that my work creates a platform for people to have a conversation. That's what's more important to me, that we can start talking about things. So whatever it is I'm writing, whether I'm sharing my own personal experiences or sharing somebody else's experiences or just, writing based on observation or something that, I've researched a lot about or an essay, I just hope, for me, what's important is that people are talking and people are having those conversations.
So, and you're influencing lives.
Transformation is important to me.
Right. So a typical day, you just wake up and you say, like, how many people am I going to affect today?
No, I don't think of that.
How many lives am I going to change?
That's a little bit self-absorbed. No, I don't think about it like
How
that.
many men am I going to prevent from breaking their homes
oh
today?
Dear gosh, no. I don't wake up and think that way. I just
What's the most exciting thing in being on radio?
being on radio. Wow, a lot about it is exciting. I don't know that I can pick one thing. I mean, being able to having the privilege to create dialogue is important. It's exciting. When it's engaging, where people are heated and people are actually expressing themselves. I think that for me is, when something is going well. People are comfortable enough. You're creating a safe and comfortable space for them to express themselves, express how they truly feel, whether it's pain, whether it's frustration, whatever it is. But you get people talking and talking passionately. And also, when you talk to someone and at some point they say, I'm hanging up the phone because I want to go and think about it again. Because you're challenging the way in which they think. That for me is incredibly exciting.
That's transformation.
Yeah, that's exciting. When I'm talking to somebody and I ask them a question and they say, do you know what, I'll call you back. Because they want to go and from what they've heard, their minds are more open. They want to go back and think about it. I mean, nothing beats that.
Really?
Yeah.